Welcome to YouTube class of Fakirmon Higher Secondary School. Today we will discuss about factorial. Factorial कहला में कौन पूछूं तो केमती एक्सप्रेशन करिबा. The product of first n consecutive natural number is known as factorial of n, or we say it is n factorial. 1 ରୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରି କ୍ରମିକ ସଂଖ୍ୟା ସବୁ ନବା, ଯେତେ ସଂଖ୍ୟା ନବା suppose 10 ନବା, 1 ରୁ 10, then we can write it as 10 factorial. 1 ରୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରି n ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କ୍ରମିକ ସଂଖ୍ୟା ଗୁଣଫଳକୁ ଆମେ କହିବା n factorial ବୋଲି. So write this factorial and its symbol is like this, or one may write, these are the symbols for this factorial. The product of first n consecutive natural number is defined as n factorial, or one may write this n factorial. From the word factor we say it is factorial, means n factorial equal to, we may write 1, 2, 3, 4 dot dot 8 n minus 1 into n. So the product of first n consecutive natural numbers is denoted by this n factorial. So we may multiply them, or one may write also by descending order, like n, n minus 1, n minus 2 up to 1. ଆମେ 1 ରୁ n ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ମଲ୍ଟିପ୍ଲାଇ କରି କରିବା କ୍ରମିକ ସଂଖ୍ୟାକୁ, ଏବଂ ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲ ନମ୍ବର ହେଇଥିବ, ଆଉ ବା n କୁ ରିଡ୍ୟୁସ କରି ଆମେ 1 ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ନେଇ ପାରିବା. ଇଏ ହେଉଛି ଆମର product of n consecutive natural numbers. For example, 4 factorial means we may write 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24. 5 factorial, we may write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 120. These factorial symbols we use in two ways. These are the two symbols for this factorial. We can add them, we can subtract them, we can multiply them, also we can divide them, these factorials. And one thing remember, 1 factorial is also 1 and 0 factorial is 1. जदि बा एटा 1 पर्यंत जाऊ नहीं, there are proof अछि 0 factorial equal to 1 है पाए. We will discuss later this. So now one can write this factorial in reducing form. How can we reduce this factorial? What is that reduced form? Suppose one may write 7 factorial. We write 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. One may write this as 7 remains same from 6 to 1. The product of the natural numbers, consecutive natural numbers from 6 to 1 may write it as 6 factorial. So this is your reduced form, that is from 7 into 6 factorial, from 7 to 6 factorial. Similarly, one may write this as 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. गोटे गोटे कमिबो जोटा रहिला सेटेलो फैक्टोरियल चिन्ह दिए दवा ताले एमिति हमर जति की दरकार हो सेति की बटा हम रिड्यूस करि परिबा. So 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial like this. Okay, now we will want to add them. केमती हम ऐड करबा ताको देखिबा. Suppose 4 factorial plus 5 factorial. We cannot write it as 9 factorial. We cannot write this. But we have to find the results, then add. We know 4 factorial is 24. Means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Similarly, 5 factorial means we know it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is 120. So answer is 144. If we subtract them, similarly, we have to find its result, that is 120 minus 24. So it is 96. Answer is 96. If we multiply them, then 5 factorial into 4 factorial. It is not 20 factorial, but 5 factorial means 120 and 24. We have to multiply these two. So it is, the answer will be 2880, 2880. Okay, so this is your addition, subtraction, multiplication of these factorials. Now we want to divide them. How can we divide? In this division, we use this reduction process, that is, suppose we want to divide 8 factorial with 6 factorial. How can we divide? We do not multiply from 1 to 8, but you can reduce this, like 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. We can reduce this 8 factorial up to 6 factorial. Why we reduce this 8 factorial up to 6 factorial? Because denominator is 6 factorial. Horror is 6 factorial. So cancel. So this 6 factorial cancel. So answer is 56. Similarly, another example. Suppose 10 factorial divided by 7 factorial. How can you divide this? 10 means we reduce 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial. and this 7 factorial. So cancel. So we find it is 720. If we divide n factorial by n minus 2 factorial, how can we divide this? N is reduced up to n minus 2 serially, gradually. So it is n minus 2 factorial. We find n into n minus 1. Like this, if we want to divide this r factorial with r minus 3 factorial, what will be the result? R is reduced up to r minus 3 factorial. Then it is r minus 3 factorial. So cancel. Answer will be r minus 1, r minus 2, like this. So this is the reduction of this factorial and algebra of factorial. Means we add, we subtract, we multiply, and we divide. Similarly, we want to add some factorials like another example. 1 by 8 factorial, 1 by 9 factorial, 1 by 10 factorial. How can we add these three fractions? By using this factorial. Previously we know, in the case of addition or subtraction, we have to take LCM. हमको LCM ना पाई पड़े, उड़ा उड़ेरा में कुछ लॉसागु हमें LCM नबू तारे डी LCM कहते हैं वो it is from 1 to 8, it is from 1 to 9, and it is from 1 to 10. So all are in 10 factorial. That is our LCM is 10 factorial now. Our लॉसागु वो 10 factorial कारण ये अच्छी 1 to 8, C अच्छी 1 to 9, C अच्छी 1 to 10. So the LCM is 10 factorial. And we know from the addition process, LCM is divided by the denominator and multiply with the numerator. So, जब 10 factorial को 8 factorial divide करेगा, कितने बढ़ेगा? Now 10 into 9 into 8 factorial, and this 8 factorial that cancel, so it is 90. So when we divide 10 factorial by 8 factorial, we get this is 90. So it is 90 plus. Similarly, 10 factorial is divided by 9 factorial. The answer will be 10. Like this. 10 into 9 factorial cancel. So the answer is 10. So it is 10 and it is 1. So answer will be 101 by 10 factorial. So this is our addition for this 10 factorial. Similarly, we want to know about the permutation. What is called permutation? We can use this factorial in this permutation. Before going to this permutation, I want to say one thing about this factorial, like 20 minus r factorial. How can we reduce this 20 minus r factorial? We reduce it as 20 minus r, 1 reduce, that is 19 minus r, 1 reduce, that is 18 minus r, like this. So we reduce this as 20 minus r, 19 minus r, 18 minus r, like this. Okay? So we may reduce this. Suppose one question is 21 minus r factorial divided by 19 minus r factorial. What answer? That 21 minus r reduced to 20 minus r reduced to 19 minus r factorial, and the denominator is 19 minus r factorial. So you may cancel this like that. Similarly, suppose the question is 2 to the power 3 factorial. What do you mean by this? 2 to the power 3 factorial. We know 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1. That is 2 to the power 6. Answer is 64. If the question is 2 to the power 3 factorial like this, means it is 8 factorial. Similarly, one may write this, what is the difference between this 12 factorial and a 2 into n factorial? What is the difference between these two? 2n factorial means we multiply all the consecutive natural numbers from 1 to 2n. This 2n factorial means 2 is multiplied by only n factorial, that is 1, 2, 3 up to n. So this is the difference between this 2n bracket the factorial lega achi, ye 2 into n factorial achi. So eyala about factorial. Ebe ame jiba se permutation. What is permutation? Already ମୁଁ କହିଥିଲି permutation is nothing but arrangement. permutation ଭିତରେ ଏ r ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଆସିବ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ମୁଁ ଦେଇଥିଲି। Now we will discuss about this permutation. If there are n different objects taken are distinct elements, then the number of arrangement each denoted by P within bracket n comma r, or one may write n p r like this. So this is the symbol of permutation. It means there are n different objects. We take r at a time, then the number of arrangement is nothing but the number of permutation, and it is denoted as PNR or NPR. जेमती फैक्टोरियल रो दुईटी चिन्ह रहउची सेको PNR रो दुईटी सिंबल रहउची, one is PNR other is NPR, where एटी हम केमता आको जे रिलेशन कोड कहबा ना 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to n, तमाने r रो वैल्यू सब बड़े बड़े नेच काउंटेबल नंबर जेते रहउची इट पॉजिटिव नंबर हो, पॉजिटिव नेचुरल नंबर हो, 0 है पर 0 रो बेसी है पर n है पर n है पर n रो कम है पर r रो वैल्यूटा, तमाने आमे देखिबा एबे it is defined as it can be proved by one theorem defined by PNR equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. We may verify this or we may prove this theorem, that is PNR equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. We will consider one example from this, then we derive what will be PN0 now. N factorial by n minus 0 factorial, that is n factorial by n factorial means what? What is PN1? N factorial by n minus 1 factorial, that is n into n minus 1 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial cancel, so the answer is n. Similarly, another example, P82. This is 8 factorial by 8 minus 2 factorial. So the answer is 8 factorial by 6 factorial means 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. Reduce कर दे, cancel कर दे, that is 56. So the number of arrangement of two objects from 8 is 56. तमाने 8टी ऑब्जेक्ट को नहीं आमे दुईटी स्थान रे अरेंजमेंट कले नंबर ऑफ अरेंजमेंट हमको मिलिबो 56. आमे वर्तमान कथा आमे एटा प्रूव केमति करबा PNR equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. How can you prove? Prove PNR equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial. There are n different objects given, and different objects given. We use these n numbers placed in r places पड़िबा the places are first, second, third, like this rth place. एम सब प्लेस रे एम सब प्लेस अछि हमको फिलअप करे में पड़िबो ए प्लेस गुडी को जेमिति हम प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग करूथुलु एठी मते सेम कथा से प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग हम पकेबे पड़िबो so first place can be filled in n ways. Second place can be filled in n minus 1 ways. Third place can be filled in n minus 2 ways. Like this, rth place can be filled in how many ways? Not n minus r, but n minus r plus 1 ways. Why? Eta we learn to n ways the second value n minus 1 means n minus 2 plus 1. Third value n minus 2 means n minus 3 plus 1. So rth place will be filled in n minus r plus 1 ways. एबे हम प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग पकेले टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज केते हबो सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज हमको मल्टीप्लाई करने पड़ेगा प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 dot dot है n minus r plus 1 here are total number of ways of arrangement of n different objects in r places. Now this can be written h. The total number of ways को लिखी पारुछे pnr बोली और एठी जो लिखा गला m into n minus 1 into n minus 2 dot dot है n minus r plus 1 equal to we multiply one factor in numerator as well as in denominator, that is हम जब देखिले n minus r plus 1 up to 1 जीवा पाई हेले हम एठी गुटे n minus r factorial multiply करू और तळे गुटे n minus r factorial multiply करू. Why we multiply this n minus r factorial in numerator as well as in denominator? If we multiply, then all are consecutive natural numbers from n to 1. So we can write this as n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. जेतेबेला हमें n minus r factorial मल्टीप्लाई करू लब्ध और घर बोथ रे से समय हम देखि में पाइलु लब्धटी आरो n पाखरु 1 पर्यंत consecutive natural number ही परला सेति पई हमें देखो n factorial को लिखिलु और डिनोमिनेटर रहि गला n minus r factorial. This is the proof of PNR. That is n factorial by n minus r factorial. So we will consider one example of this. अब एपड़ी को सब गोटे कथा हम करे के चाहूची रिपीटेशन हाउ टू हो जाए रिपीटेशन क्षेत्र रे हम एटा यूज कर परिबा नाही because we take n different objects and are distinct places. We will consider another example. Pn minus 1. What will be the result? This is one example. Similarly, we write n factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial. So this is n factorial. It is n minus 1 plus 1 factorial and then cancel. N factorial by 1 factorial is 1. So answer is n factorial. So this is Pn n minus 1. आमे जो परमुटेशन कहलु एठी परमुटेशन विषय डिस्कशन करलु ए परमुटेशन का हमें डिफरेंट टाइप रे मध्ये डिफरेंट कैटेगरी में डिवाइड करि परिबा गोटे होची लीनियर परमुटेशन गोटे होची सर्कुलर परमुटेशन तो लीनियर को सर्कुलर को जानिबा लीनियर ले आमे कहिबु गोटे लाइन रे आमे किछि पिला को बसया को चाहिबो सपोज 8 जण पिला को गोटे लाइन रे बसया को चाहिबो तालदी सेठी जो परमुटेशन आसीबो सेटा है हमर लीनियर परमुटेशन if we want to find out n different objects is placed in n places then it is answer will be n factorial. If we want to arrange those n boys or n students in a circular way, then it will be the number of arrangement will be n minus 1 factorial way. जदि हमें कहबा एटा लीनियर गोटे लाइन में बसेलु पिला मानन को हमें ता कहबो n factorial आ जोटा सर्कुलर वे रे बसिबे सेमान हबो ताकर संख्या केते ना n minus 1 factorial ways. अच्छा प्रथम देखिबा हमें गोटे एग्जांपल करबा एथिरो से लीनियर गोटे कहबा there are two types of permutation. One is linear and other is circular. A linear permutation रे हबो n factorial ways, circular रे गोटे कमी जिवो n minus 1 factorial ways. एई गोटे एग्जांपल को करे चाहिबी in how many ways 5 different boys can be seated in a row. Question is jawab in how many ways 5 boys can sit in a row. This is one example. How many ways 5 boys can sit in a row? This is the question. Can you do? जदि प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग पकेबा ताहले कोन हम केंद्र करि परिबा ना फर्स्ट प्लेस कैन बी फिल्ड इन 5 ways, सेकंड 4 ways, थर्ड 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. So this place can be filled एपट लिखिबा एपट लिखि नो प्रॉब्लम 5 ways, 4 ways, 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. तापर प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग हम पके दे परिबा 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. We may use our permutation formula here also, that is ताले परमुटेशन फॉर्मूला जे हम पकेबा ताले कोन लिखिबा now 5 different boys can be placed in 5 places solution 5 different boys 5 boys different or 5 boys 5 boys to be placed in 5 places. So the number of seat arrangement for them is in P5 एमते लिख परिबा बा एम्पियर बडी ऊपरे 5 तळे P तळे 5 लिख परिबा that is equal to 5 factorial by 5 minus 5 factorial that is 5 factorial by 0 factorial we know it is 1 so answer is 5 factorial means 120 ए बड़ा में पाई करता ओके ठीक सेमिति अन्य गोटे क्वेश्चन में रहना चाहिए जदि एठी खाली पांचटी बॉय को में सजेले एमती सजे परबा एतकी वेयर से बसी परबे if there are 5 boys and 6 girls to be seated in a row ताले कौन हो सेते बळे 5 boys को हमें 5 फैक्टोरियल करि परिबा 6 गर्ल्स को हमें 6 फैक्टोरियल करि परिबा जदि से कोनोसी कंडीशन थिबो not 2 boys sit together not 2 girls sit together ताले सेते बळे हमको इंडिविजुअली काढिया पई पडिबो जे गुटे हमें देखिबा सेठी कंडीशन जहां अछि सेही होबे सपोज कोआ गला not 2 boys sit together तमने हम कोन करबा दुईटी बॉयज मझिरे गोटे गर्ल्स बसेबा गोटे गर्ल बसेबा तो एई बडी जदि हमर थिबो 7टी बॉयज दिया हिच त ताक मझिरो स्थान हला केतनी 6टी आ रो आरंभ रे गोटे रो शेष रे गोटे ताला 8टी स्थान रे आ रेस्ट गर्ल्स बसी परिबे तो ये गोटे प्रकार प्रॉब्लम आसी पड़ो okay we will see this type of problems in next class okay